Metro for you tonight. The transit agency is facing a huge budget shortfall of $750 million. It says it needs D.C., Maryland, and Virginia to pay up. And if that does not happen, you can expect some major changes to your commute. WMATA says 10 metro stations would close. Trains would stop running by 10 p.m. every day of the week. Wait times would go up, so would the cost of a ride. And on top of all that, more than 30% of bus service would be cut in our area.
So this would be a big deal, even really life-changing for so many of our neighbors. Melissa Kim is covering that part of the story for us. She's live from the Tenleytown Metro Station in Northwest D.C. So what are you hearing?
Well, Leslie, needless to say, no one was really too thrilled about what this would entail for their daily commute. To start, more than 2,200 full-time jobs would be cut. And here's the trickle-down effect of those cuts. Getting rid of 67 bus lines entirely, cutting service on 41 more, and closing 10 rail stations. Employees and commuters alike will take a hit with the new proposed budget of the Washington Metro Area Transit Authority. They're facing a $750 million budget gap starting next summer. Those cuts would hurt people who depend on Metro every single day, like Ben Clemens, who commutes from Silver Spring to Northwest D.C. and doesn't have a car.
It'll probably add 30 minutes to my morning routine. I would have to find alternate routes.
We got people who work sometimes to 12 o'clock. Some people want to do overtime, so I don't think that's a good idea.
Cinzia Cirillo is the interim director at the Maryland Transportation Institute. She says cutting public transportation services would hurt the whole region, especially in areas where low-income populations live.
They don't have a flexible job. They need to be in places at a certain time. They cannot be late. So if we cut service out of the peak hours or in the morning or at night, these people will suffer the consequences.
So what's the solution? Cirillo says there isn't one right answer to it all, but she says WMATA officials need to really think about encouraging more people to use public transportation, which would in turn increase revenue.
Having more people to use it and have people use it not just once, but in a very consistent way. Use it for everything. Use it to go to work, use it for to go to the gym, to the restaurants. It's not just people who go to work that should use transit. It should be for everybody at any time.
Now the budget and proposal will officially be presented on Thursday, and WMATA officials say they've asked D.C., Virginia, and Maryland to all contribute to the $750 million deficit. And they say if they don't, those service cuts we talked about earlier could go into effect as early as July 1st. We're live in Northwest D.C. tonight. I'm Melissa Kim, WUSA 9.
That's the doomsday scenario. Let's hope they figure something out between now and then. All right, thanks, Melissa.